Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scooby Prime, and I just want to wish you all a happy Sunday. And last night, I know I promised that I was going to do 2 videos after I did my intro, but I only got the BOTCON haul done. It was just too late, so obviously not wearing the same shirt now. It is a new day. It is going to be a new video. So with that said, today's video is going to be about my July haul, everything that I was able to pick up in the month of July. So for all those watching, I guess I'm going to sound like a YouTuber now. Go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when I drop videos like this. This channel is meant to be friendly. This channel is meant to bring people together and to grow the community. So please, in the comments, keep it nice and respectful to all the other people watching this. With that said, we're going to start off, and by the way, if you see an assistant on the side, this haul is ridiculous. It is my biggest haul. It is obnoxious, in my opinion, but it just so happened this is one of those months to go with the BOTCON stuff. But because I'm new to YouTube, my wife went ahead and ordered this, and it is hilarious. She's putting this outside my office door so everybody knows when I am recording. When the light is on, it means keep it down out there and don't come running into my office. For this video, obviously it's in my hand, so it's not outside my office, but we will definitely have this in place, hanging up and ready to go by next week. But I just want to say thank you, honey, for that. I want to say thank you to the Kingdom, to T3PK, and everything those guys have done for me and bringing me on board. I want to say hi and thank you to all the other YouTubers out there who I've bonded with and become buddies with, or be catching up with here soon. I want to say thank you to all of the friends and members I've made on those other channels and at conventions who are coming over here and watching these videos. So with that said, let's not delay any longer and get into the first thing that I got. So the first item that I'm going to talk about is from overseas. He's mostly selling on Facebook. His Facebook channel is up, and that is from Robo Lucas. And he does stickers, and he recently did enlarged stickers, and this is fantastic because I'm going to hopefully get him on the show. I'm going to show off some of the stuff I've put his stickers on, but he absolutely does a phenomenal job. And some of these stickers that he does, and he doesn't just do oversize, he now does, one of his new items are the metallic stickers, which I used on one of my large third-party combiners, and it looks phenomenal. Excuse me. But he has all kinds of stickers, all kinds of sizes. You can find basically anything you want there, but I absolutely, if I don't need the small, cheap ones that I can get off of other places, these are the ones that are hard to find, and there's just a ton of them. You can get them in all kinds of ways, clear backs, white backs, rub-on stickers, that type of thing. So, I'm not going to go through every sticker here, but there are a ton of them. And I basically placed 2 orders with him. And I may have a third one coming up because he recently dropped on Facebook a couple of really cool things. One of them is definitely going to be a gift for somebody, and one of them seems like it's going to be a necessity, unfortunately, for a figure coming out. All right, with that said, going on to the next vendor that I found on Facebook, and that is Ms. Carr. And Ms. Carr is just a really cool husband and wife. I came across them while, just perusing on Facebook, and got into conversations with them, and especially the wife, and she went ahead and would relay to the husband, who was the creator, some of the figures I wanted to see. So These are 3 3/4 scale, so they're really cool, but they're 3D printed, and I pretty much got every figure that I wanted at this point. There is a second order that is going to be coming through, and I look forward to that because it's going to get some of the side characters, not the main characters, peripheral, if you want to say so. Lord Chumley, I mean, come on. We're hopefully going to get his butler, and that was a fantastic episode. You know, got a couple of space aliens for all those who know, you know. These are also very popular in the Skybound comics right now. And of course, one of my favorites, Chip from G1. Finally got a Chip. The rest of these, the quality is top notch. I mean, I can't even tell you how gorgeous and fantastic the quality of these figures are. And I know I bought from other folks as well, and friends of other channels, but these folks I'm going to have on. I'm going to interview them hopefully in the future as a husband and wife couple, and I'm super excited. I believe they're out of Canada, so folks, go out there, support them. They're part of trying to grow this community and give us something that we don't have. With that said, I've also come across online, and I'm trying to see if I have anything that I could use to turn these on, and I don't, but I've come across these light up rockets that you can put on the shoulder rocket launcher of, say, Sideswipe or Wheeljack, or maybe you know, Blue Streak or somebody like that. They're really cool. I got a couple of them. You just have to charge them. They're USB-C ports, so easy to charge. The button, like I said, is a little hard to get to because it's in the part that you're going to use to connect to whatever shoulder missile launcher or whatever you're using. So you're going to need some type of tool to turn them on. With that said, the next thing we're going to talk about, again, found online. It's a third-party creator for Crosshairs, giving us his little weapons master, his little mini-con that he's supposed to have with him that Hasbro did not give us, but they did for the other two. And then I also got a replacement head, so it looks more like the character that I'm familiar with. And hopefully, you know, I'll get a chance to do all that work soon. Last two things I ordered as add-on kits is a kit for Sunstreaker, Hasbro mainline figure, and a kit for the Sideswipe. I mean, leaving off the tail fins on the Lamborghinis, that's just a sin, Hasbro. How can you do that? And not giving us the proper weapons. Listen, I know you're going to make waffles all day, and you're going to do that and put as many 5mm peg holes on them as possible to cut down on your plastic. But come on, how much would it cost to put tail fins on Lamborghini? And going on to the next thing, and this is a prime example of this. Another Hasbro collaboration with Killer Bodies. You know, they came out with a US version, Matrix of Leadership, that plays a song, has a bass. My understanding, it's 50-50 on whether it's liked or hated. 50% love it, 50% hate it. Some say it's really cheap materials, others say it's fine materials. So I went the overseas route, and I think even the packaging, I mean, we get where this whole thing just raises up like it's the chest of the Autobot, and, you know, gives us this better quality, better material Matrix of Leadership. Yes, it's smaller, but when you open it up, you know, you can, very loud. I mean, look what it does, and then you can
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Doesn't play its song, but it has about 12 sayings by Prime.
I am Optimus Prime. I've returned, more powerful than ever. Not on my watch, Decepticons!
So with that said, it is absolutely, for it to finish, absolutely fantastic piece. It does come with a chain instead of a base, but shout out to one of my good buddies, Sinistar Alpha. He has an Etsy page. He made these gorgeous bases for them. I'm sure you can get them customized into any color you want. Sorry, Sinistar, if that's not the case. But, you know, he's got a little tray on the back to hold the chain, which is super ingenious way of doing things. He's even got these little hooks that you could hook the chain onto, which I did not do just now, but I'll do it right here. So, you know, again, buddy, great job. I love talking to you almost daily. Shout out to you and your store. The next one is a used Fans Toys Dracula FT23. Comes with the card and booklet, no box. But I've been wanting this make of Mind Wipe in masterpiece scale for a while now. I have the original, and I also have 2 more on the way for the original because my son and I are going to do a collaboration on the, well, we'll keep it a surprise. Let's just leave it at that. But I needed the Headmaster figures, some of them, to do it. And when you see what we do to those figures, and the creativity of modifying them to be something for something else, you're gonna absolutely love them. But I've always thought he was the best one out of the Decepticons. I really wanted him to display on my shelf. The way I do my displays, it will make sense when I show them to you why he was somebody I needed to pick up. And I'm going to try to stand him up over here to the side. Next couple of figures I got, it's from Star Toys. Look, they don't care about their packaging. I'm not going to show their packaging, and I'm okay with that because they put more money into the figures. But they made us a remake of their Trax mold, and they gave us Road Rage, and they gave us Loud Pedal. And so these guys, I think, are fantastic. One of the nicest things they did was they came fully transformed this time out of the box, where with Trax you had to do like 15 different things right out of the box. It was crazy. But these I was able to take right out, start taking pictures and looking them over, and you know, they'll stay in bot mode. They look fantastic. I'm glad I have them. I did. So with that said, that is probably the first wave that we're going to go through. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we're back from our short break. I need to get a drink of water and get ready for this next guy. We're going to make this a 1 figure guy. So if you remember the model kits where you can get the 6 different pieces of fruit and they combine into a combiner, well, this is number 7. This is the body for the combiner. And this box, as you can see, is massive. This is a model kit, meaning there's like, I don't know, 100 pieces, 200 pieces, 300 pieces, whatever it is, to put together to make sure that you can then take your previous 6 pieces of fruit figures, transform them to form this Autobot called Fruit Punch. And I'm going to be very careful moving him because he is not the most stable, being a model kit guy in the world. And I'm going to try to hold him up. So he's got a peach and a grape for feet, I should say. And I'm going to try to stand him up here so that he can stand on his own. He's got a strawberry for wings. He's got a midsection that I just showed you the box for. He's got an apple and a pineapple for his arms and an orange for his head. So I just thought, and he's articulated, he moves, fingers bend, all that stuff. He's got the waist swivel, he's got the hips, the knee joints. So from that perspective, this guy is super cool. Like I said, he's a bit shaky. in the sense that they give you this giant pole to hold them up in the backside, because again, the ankles just don't hold up that well on this guy. What was I going to say? So, you know, he's really, really cool though. And I'm going to bring up his, you know, he goes to battle a lot with these other little cheap figures I got. I think I got them for like $4 each, $5 each, something like that. But he goes up against the caffeinated cons. So this is one of them. So this is one of the caffeinated cons. He's a coffee cup of McDonald's. So he forms a McDonald's coffee cup. I've got one other one right here, and I'll show you the other two in a second. But here is a one with a deer head on the coffee cup. So another caffeinated con against the fruit bots. And it will be sugar versus caffeine in the battle of what kills you first. So, you know, that's the third caffeinated bot. And I also have some soda bots, which are part of the caffeinated cons, because none of them are caffeine free. So between these guys and the previously bought soda bots, and by the way, this guy's my favorite. He just looks so cool. You know, they'll take on the 7 fruit bots. They'll take on Fruit Punch, who in combiner form can handle the army of sodas and coffees. With that said, I am going to take a quick break again, because this massive guy has got to get out of the way. Hold on, I'll be right back, folks. Hello again, and we're back again. So now that we got that absolute unstable fruit character out of the way, let's get back to the rest of the haul. So I wasn't going to get every Missing Link character, and then something changed and I decided, okay, I'm going to get some Missing Link characters that I wasn't going to pick up. So I went up and picked up CO7, the prototype form, and I gotta say, in vehicle mode, she looks good for RC. The other version of RC, the one that looks more like the Toon, she's in my Missing Link collection, and she's on the shelf in bot mode. She'll stay in bot mode. This will stay in alt mode. Next thing I got, again, just got a lot of these little cheapies, which makes the haul seem like, you know, super massive. Well, no, it is massive. I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of these cheapies, like the fruit guys and the well, the fruit guy limbs and stuff are really fairly priced. The middle section was the expensive piece. But the coffees and stuff like that, and some of these other figures I'm going to show you, they're not the premium deluxe or whatever you want to call them versions of the figures. So for example, I really liked a couple of these last month I got. So I went out and I got the, I'm going to call it the Shattered Glass Transformers 1 Bumblebee. And this guy right here in alt mode just looks phenomenal. Bot mode, it is trash, just to be honest with you. It is a $20 KO. It's trash. It's face sculpt I cannot stand, but you know, at the end of the day, this Cybertronian mode, alt mode, looks fantastic. With that said, I'm going to come to 2 figures. I'm not going to show you too much about this guy, but I got Spider-Man Noir. He is an okay figure. He is a little too loose, especially in the legs and the hips. So that's why I'm not going to really pull him out right now. But, you know, I've done something for my August haul to rectify that situation. So not the greatest figure in the world. Again, it's a cheap knockoff. This one though, and I thought it was going to be a cheap knockoff just based on the price, but actually is a fantastic figure. And it's the first one I've ever gotten from this company, who apparently puts out figures, and it's called Mess Toys. Mess Toys is the company. Packaging is nice. If I open this guy up, the figure comes with a ton of extra hands and head sculpts and a stand and all kinds of cool stuff. And this figure is Venom. And this Venom, I can't stop raving about the way he looks, the paint job, the stand he comes with. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. And for the price I paid to get all of this, I'm shocked. I went right away and looked and see what else Smith's Toys makes. They do have other figures, like I said. There's nothing there currently out that I'd want to buy, but they are coming out with a figure that I am super interested in. So maybe when it goes up for pre-order, I'll be in on it, and we'll see. Then maybe I'll have a second Smith's Toys. But that Venom is absolutely fantastic. All right, with that said, I'm going to start grabbing from the pile to my side here. This is where my helper's going to come in, and whatever she hands me, I will just talk about. So the first up, I got on super sale from Amazon. Now, I wasn't going to be in on this. I am in on most collabs, but you know, at the end of the day, I mean, the bot mode, if you look at that bot mode, it's garbage. I mean, again, it's Hasbro just being Hasbro under this current leadership. And again, I don't fault the designers or anything. I mean, because the jet mode looks great. Most of the head sculpts over the last year have been fantastic. I just don't get it. I mean, this is from 22, so, you know, whoever was doing head sculpts back then, glad they moved on, because who's ever doing them now is fantastic. This will stay in box. I know I said in previous video, I don't leave a lot in box, but when you have to, you have to. And unfortunately, this guy will. Next up is going to be the 3 Hot Wheels Wave 2, and it's GT Scorcher, who I am keeping. This one as a gift. I've already opened mine, and he's down on display. I would say this with the Scorcher: be very, very, very careful transforming him. The red plastic in here, the slightest bit of pressure, and you'll get huge white stretch marks on it. It is not high quality plastic on this figure, which is shocking since the first 2 in wave 1 were great. And the other 2 in this wave are great as well. So I don't know what went wrong with here. Just the tolerance of the amount of stress or pressure on some of these funky attachments or slide-ins or peg-ins that this figure has. It's just, for $35, I mean, come on. You can do so much better. Like I said, I'm keeping these in box. When these go on sale, and they will go on sale, and they'll be around 20 bucks, $24. Who knows, maybe even on clearance at some point. I'll probably return these and get those. They're still going to be a gift, but I'm going to get them at a gift at a lower price. This guy, El Segundo, another problem with Hasbro. So when I ordered 2 of each of these, and planning on keeping a set as a gift and opening a set for myself, they sent me 2 of the third one, Twin Mill, the red version, which looks great. They sent me 1 of these, all in 4 different shipments, by the way. And then they sent me 3 of these. Trying to deal with their customer service and their BS about, well, you know, we'll send you whatever we have in stock and whatever. It's like, no, you won't. This is what I paid for. This is what I ordered. You're going to give me what I ordered, or you're going to give me my money back. So then what they did was they said, well, we're different than Pulse. I said, well, I don't care. Pulse has them in stock. Transfer me over to Pulse, which they did, and Pulse tried working with me. And Pulse wanted everything from the shipping package to a few serial numbers off the back. They wanted pictures, this, that, and the other thing. I said, guys, I said, it's a toy. It's a $35 toy. It's not a copy of the Constitution here. You don't need to authenticate every single thing around it. You see I've placed the order. I've shown you I have it. I want to return it because, you know, it's the wrong figure. You should pay for the shipping, not me. And after the back and forth and the emails, they finally refunded me my full $35 and told me to keep the figure. And I gave it as a gift to somebody, a donation. So next up is Super 7, and they came out with their 250th anniversary figures for G.I. Joe. I didn't need another Snake Eyes, didn't like the Snake Eyes, and didn't need another Duke. So I went ahead and got their Flint and Lady J. I love these because it's the 250th anniversary. Again, these will stay in package because that's the way I'm displaying my 250th anniversary stuff. I absolutely love these, love the look, love the art. Listen, they're 5-point articulation, I think. No, actually they have elbow and knee bends. Listen, Super 7, yes, they're expensive. Super 7, yes, sometimes on these type of figures, these reaction figures, they don't look fantastic, but you know what? For our country's 250th birthday, I'll get them. All right, with that said, and got the G.I. Joe Classified, Sergeant Slaughter and Mercer. If you read Skybound comics, Mercer has a big part in that. He also was introduced in the G.I. Joe movie. You know, I liked his character in the comics that I'm reading right now. From Skybound. I did not like him in the movie, and I wasn't going to get any of these guys. Because of the Skybound comics, I wound up getting him. I'm going to sell the Sergeant Slaughter. I don't need a third version of Sergeant Slaughter. I don't even need two versions. I have the one that I like, which is the original classified one. That's the only one I need. I don't need duplicates of him lying around in a box. So if anybody's interested in the Sergeant Slaughter, reach out to me. And that goes the same for the next thing I'm going to talk about. I got a G.I. Joe Rattler at a very good price. I have a buddy out there saying shout out to Jeremy, who is going to be buying the Rattler from me because he does some amazing stuff with G.I. Joe Classified and troop building and vehicle building. So he'll be on the channel at some point as well. But all I wanted was the characters. And I've done this with him with multiple vehicles. In fact, he bought my Snowcat, waiting for that to come in. I just wanted the unlocked tiers and the figures, and he'll be taking the Snowcat. But I got this because Wild Weasel was one of the last figures that I remember lasting a really long time as a kid. It came with my Rattler when I was a kid, and I just had to get a representation of him. How to get my favorite Cobra character as well, which is the Baroness. So, you know, the 3-pack figures, I get the Baroness, I get Wild Weasel, and then I get a scrub, some gunner guy. You know, it's good. He's soldier building character to be in the background when I'm doing a diorama or just having them on display. So that is it for those classified figures. Next up, I went and bought these, but they may be getting returned. I bought the Thundercracker SS-86 and the SS-86 Skywarp. Now, for those who know me, Skywarp was the very first Decepticon I got. I absolutely love anything in Skywarp, so if I was going to get that, I was going to get the other two. There's a whole debacle with Target with trying to get my Starscream. I had it pre-ordered. It's still pre-ordered. It's supposed to be here end of July. Then it's supposed to be here August 4th. Now it's going to be August 11th. They have screwed up the distribution from everything I've read online with this figure. Every which way they could. It is just ridiculous. And then if you look at the secondary market, people are literally trying to rob people to get that figure. So my advice is, if you still have your pre-order with Target and you haven't received it, just be patient. All this noise will calm down at some point and hopefully things will work their way out. In the meantime, I've ordered the SS86 KO of the Thundercracker, and if they do the Skywarp and the Starscream, well, guess what? I'll return the Skywarp as well and get the KO, and the Starscream, if it's still not here by the time that KO comes around, then guess what? Target can just give me my money back and cancel that pre-order. Next up is I have a shelf here with some World War II characters. It's a little guy I got a couple months ago. I think he's freaking awesome. I love this dude. And then of course, you know, I've got the Panzer and I got the Tiger tanks, which are Decepticons. So, you know, here's Megatron in bot mode, not in tank mode, but they came out with a bunch of these. They have a railgun, and you know, I just really like these figures. I think they're, you know, they're amazing for what they've done. And so there's a couple of different toy lines that have been coming out with these World War II type vehicles and characters, and some are a little goofier than others, like that first guy I showed you. And they're going to continue to come out with some additional characters. But I went back and got this, and I got it at a great price because honestly, these Toy World War II figures, they're not that popular, so they're not going to break the bank even though they came out years ago. And I went ahead and I've gotten the World War II Decepticon. Open this guy up for everybody. And it comes with a ton of stuff, but I went ahead and got their version of a Jeep, and you know, it's all battle damaged. It looks great. It comes with some additional parts, like I said. You know, I haven't transformed him yet, but he'll be transformed, put on the shelf. He comes with this radio box for cranking. He comes with a tool bench, a phone, a chair for some reason, and he actually comes with a nice brick wall or bricks and a bunch of extra accessories and directions here. So super happy with everything that comes with this guy. You know, I can't wait to actually put him up and see what he's like. Hopefully the joints aren't super loose or something like that. Hopefully he's just a really good character that I can enjoy and put on my World War II. I have another shelf that has some World War I trifold planes and some steampunk trains on it and stuff like that. So, you know, I kind of like the nostalgia of those looks and those vehicles as well. Not everything has to be modern or futuristic. You know, sometimes the older stuff looks pretty good. Next up, and I was just asked about this character, this figure last night. I got the DNA kit for my G2 Grimlock, the yellow version, not the blue. I'm going to make him a completely different character. He's currently in one of my dioramas, so he will eventually get the love of a add-on kit and just be a different character out of box for me. Next up, from Amazon, I got my exclusive reformatted edition of the soundtrack of the movie, and I gotta say, I'm really happy that I have the original vinyl of the soundtrack. The remakes, Sebastian Bach and some of these guys, I mean, just not good. I'm sorry, I just don't like them. That's my opinion. You can love them, but it's just not that good. Stan Bush coming back and doing some remastered, reformatted. You know, that's not bad. You know, he's still got his voice and he sounds pretty good. With that said, the next one is going to be 2 boxes, and these boxes are pretty big, so I'm going to take a break and I'm going to move some more stuff over here for the haul. Be right back. All right, everybody, got the next boxes in place, and this next figure I really wanted for the color scheme. Just for some reason, I just really like it. It's not really the look of Prime that I would want in my collection, but other than the colors, I think it's phenomenal. But it was always way too expensive. And this had a fantastic sale, and I think it's still going on at Show Z. So I went ahead and got, at 33% off, went ahead and got this guy. And he is just phenomenal. I have not taken him out, but when I look at this box and I see what he looks like, he looks absolutely amazing. And I don't care if I keep him in bot mode or alt mode. I'm just super happy I got him. And you know, I can't wait to actually unpack him. Now, when the whole video is over, I'll be able to do that with a lot of these figures and start putting them in place. Next up, I got sucked into more Seekers. My boy MD Seeker out there, I know you love Starscream, and I know that you love your Seekers. I got so many Seekers. I didn't need to do this, but the price was phenomenal. And so, you know, I said, okay, I'm in, I'm gonna get them. And I went ahead and got the new KOs of these three Seekers, the three original, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and of course, your boy Starscream. And by the way, for everybody that knows me and my wife, what I've been able to do to get my wife to like Transformers and to love them is we watched all of G1 together, and she found it hilarious with every time Megatron stubbed his toe that Starscream would be like, Megatron has fallen, I am the new leader. And so her favorite character is this guy as well, Starscream. I think it's also Deluxe Baldwin's favorite character. Her second favorite character is Shockwave, who she affectionately calls Psychopath. So, you know, it's really cool that my son and I love Transformers. And now she, I wouldn't say loves them, but she definitely has her favorites, and she'll definitely watch stuff with us and appreciate it. So that is just really, really cool that goes on. The next one I have is this giant box over here to the side. And I think this company is the best Voltrons out there. I have the original classic Voltron from them. Got it years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. And I love Blitzway's Voltrons. And this is the one based off of the reboot series from Netflix. So, you know, you have, Voltron Legendary Defender and Voltron, Defender of the Universe. And then, of course, they came out with limited editions, black of this one, black of the other one. I have those two on the way as well. Do I need more Voltrons? Absolutely not. But hey, we're having fun. We're collecting. It's a good time. I currently have too many Voltrons on display. I'm going to have to try to find a home for these. And some stuff may wind up back in box. But I'm telling you, Blitzway, the quality, the paint, the accessories, the lights, the little mini actual pilots. I mean, it's what they do is fantastic. I actually reached out to them the other day because I wanted their Inspector Gadget stuff. And they said, unfortunately, they don't plan on doing another release. If you go on the secondary market, that Inspector Gadget stuff is just so super expensive. I do think it looks fantastic. They have the 4 main characters I'd want. I wish they came out with Dr. Claw as well and his cat, but they didn't. I was hoping maybe if they do them again. I mean, if they look in the secondary market, I mean, they are in demand and the price is outrageous. They could do another wave and really get sold out on it. But unfortunately, they said they're not going to. Next up, this just came in the mail. It's the last, well, no, I still need Swindle, but it's the Hasbro version of Onslaught. It's a pretty good looking figure. I thought most of these Combaticons came out pretty good. Next one I got is a figure I absolutely needed a representation of. Fell in love with the way this one worked. I just could not pay the price when this came out, though. I think it originally came out for $285. Got it on sale for $158 on Hasbro Pulse, which I think is way more reasonable for this figure. So for the Nucleon Quest Super Convoy, I am in love with this figure. He will be prominently displayed when I take him out. I've watched videos on him. I think he's going to be great. It's Takara Tomy, you know, not necessarily Hasbro, but you know, everything Takara Tomy puts out goes through Hasbro Pulse. You know, and I do have another one up for sale at $275. That a buddy of mine told me was out there, and I got it before these went on sales. That's brand new. Reach out to me if you're interested. I know they're still out there for $285 or more, which is the retail price. I don't try to make money off these things. I just try to recoup my money. So, you know, $275, reach out to me if you're interested in one, but I love that guy. And then we talked about this on the other videos. Thank you, James, for getting me the desert version. I did find the Ice Wolf Winter Commander one. And, you know, again, anybody out there that knows how to get an STC-01A, the one of the red and blue prime in the kind of looks like a G.I. Joe crossover box, or the STC-02 Megatron, for reasonable prices, not this ridiculous $330, $400 price range. I'm just not into that. I mean, I'm not trying to put somebody else's kid through college. I got my own. You know, but if you find them for a reasonable price, I'm definitely be interested in picking them up, as long as they're new in box. This in box did get a little crushed on both sides, crush. But, you know, at the end of the day, I got the figure. I got them at a fantastic price, almost what it cost when it first came out. So, you know, I can't be happier. As I've said last night in another video, I got the jungle one up right behind me. I've got to find where I put this one, and the desert one up here in my office. I just love these figures. Next up, everybody and their mother, I think, has bought this figure and all the repaints that have been coming out, but it's the RT-06B Scourge. We all know this is not Scourge. This one is Nemesis Prime, and I got this. I have a Nemesis Prime and a Shattered Glass Prime shelf right there where I put all my Nemesis Primes out. I was going to sell this when it came in, but I looked at the Nemesis Primes I have and some of the KOs, the fourth party KOs I already have up, and I do like the metallic legs versus the black legs on one of the other ones I have. So I decided to keep it, and then of course I did that. I decided to buy the Shattered Glass one. That's being shipped as we speak. So, you know, I'm probably in for all of these. I did see something last night for those who are interested in the, you know, the soccer one, the one that everybody thinks is a fake, and whether or not that's coming out. There you go. I did see something that said it was up for pre-order last night. So maybe it's real. Who knows? If they come out with that version, I have it on pre-order. I think it's nice, since, you know, the World Cup was held here in the US this year, to have something for that as well. So, you know, if they do come out with a FIFA version of it, that's great. With the World Cup colors, fantastic. With that said, I'm going to take another break to move some figures around and believe it or not, there is more to this haul. I know, crazy. Hang in there with me, everybody. I hope you're enjoying what I picked up so far. Hello again, and hopefully this will be it. Believe it or not, this is a crazy haul. So with that said, I mentioned earlier that I was going to be in on all the missing links now. I literally had this guy twice and got him at the original price, dirt cheap. Then I got him for maybe about $10, $15 more than what I should have. Sold them both. And because I switched ideas again, now I probably overpaid for this guy by about $35. But with that said, mitten box, going to put him on the shelf with the rest of my missing link, and that should do it. Next up, y'all just gonna have to check out Snail Shell to figure out the Angel character and see who she is. Not putting her up on camera. I know this is for adults only, and I'm not saying that she's naked or anything like that, but just in case a kid or something wanders onto the channel, not putting her up, but she she goes on my Dark Stalkers shelf, which I think is fantastic fit. Most of the Snail Shell stuff fits in perfectly with that line. And so if you want to see what she looks like, just go ahead and jump over there. I mentioned Sinistar Alpha earlier. My dude came through with me literally on a we were texting as a group, came through and said, hey, I was just checking on eBay and this just came up and it's a reasonable price. And it was one of my holy grails. So I immediately went over, made an offer. The guy took my offer. I cannot believe out of how many of these they made, and you cannot find them. I've been looking for over a year since I saw the last one that went up for sale for over $400, and I was just like, no, that's ridiculous. You know, that's not, this figure's not even worth like $175, you know? So anyway, found the grail. It was one of the last of the new age that I was missing, and it was the Lucifer one. You call him Thundercracker, Starscream, whoever you want to call him, doesn't matter because he's gold. And he will go in my, and some folks know this, I have a Golden Lagoon diorama. That was a family event. My mom as the artist, me as the printer and building the base and everything and the landscape, and my wife as the one who knows how to do resin work. Between the three of us, my son was not involved in this project. He was away at school at the time. We did it. I love it. It's still up. It's still displayed in my basement, and I'm just super proud of that. Moving on to the next one. I have a shelf right up there. You can see it. It's my X-Men shelf. Another great company out there, National Photoshop. Hope to have them on as well. Did a great job with super quality photo prints. I have one of Xavier's School for the Gifted Youngsters, you know, or Xavier's Mansion, whatever you want to call it. And I got the cheap version of Multiple Man. He is currently not on the shelf. I went through that shelf and had to take about 5-6 figures off of it. So it was a little better looking, so you could actually see figures and enjoy that shelf. So with that said, I'm going to be putting them back in that package, putting them away. But luckily, that was like a $10 figure. Not a big deal. Another super sale at Amazon for figures that I passed on was the Dual Ninjas. You know, it's good. It's army building, troop building. It is what it is. Nothing fantastic to talk about there. I did get their most recent wave. I got their Hydro Viper, which will be going in my mass device. Water element, heavy water element diorama that we built. I will also be getting the Deep 6 when he comes out to finish off that diorama. I got their, now I don't know this character at all, I just think it's a good looking character. The G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Dawn Marino version of Snake Eyes. I just think it's a cool figure. Needed a few more Joes since I've been getting heavily involved with the Cobras lately. So it was a good one to add. I went ahead and got their completely brand new character. Has nothing to do with my character, but again, I love the look. His name is Sundown. And with him, I just love the whole spaghetti Western look he brings to the table. So being that I'm a huge Clint Eastwood spaghetti Western fan, it was nice to have that. Next up, for my buddy James, Cobra Night Creeper. The Cobra Night Creeper is a really cool character. I went with this head on mine, and I kind of kept the crazy one off to the side, the Nightmare one, but it's just a really cool character. And is that it? No. I remember this guy as a kid. Airtight. Went ahead and got Airtight. And that should do it for my classified for getting caught up on those. With that said, we'll move over to Super 7 Ultimates. I only bought the Wizra, which is this guy right here. Actually just got him out of box. So with that said, he's a really cool figure. I put the magic hands on him. I love the whole Egyptian thing. Very, very cool. And the only other figure I got out of this wave, again, because her, a Jaguara, she's in the video for New Thundera. She's in a couple of episodes. Again, this is Go Ahead. I showed you the kit for the Sunstreaker. I got the 86 Sunstreaker, and I just got in the mail the Prowl. So I have the other versions of the Prowl and the Sunstreaker. I've got some sticker sets coming from Toy Hacks where I can change some of these into other characters. Like Prowl can become the Auto Trooper and Sunstreaker can become Condor. So, you know, there's some cool stuff out there that you can do as Hasbro comes out with these repaints and these slight tweaks. Next up, my favorite company. I'm a New Age boy. I got the 3-pack New Age. I was able to sell off my individual Red Mirage, and I kept my other version of the Delta Prime or the General Spectre, depending on which way you want to go with it. And I can keep one in each mode now. I can have the blue body with the armor off, and then I can have one with the armor on. So I kept that one. And then of course I absolutely wanted the 100th repaint of the Sideswipe deep cover. So, you know, I went ahead and got that. And like I said, I sold off my first one of the Red Mirage because I don't need two of them. This is actually not part of the haul. Next up, I don't open the Silverhawks, but I did go ahead and get a bunch of these. The only one these two I had to pay regular price for, which for this guy, Stargazer, is amazing nowadays to find him at a regular retail price, because I wasn't in on the Silverhawks till about a year ago and started getting the VAC metal ones. This was the very first one I had as a kid. Wasn't even a Silverhawk in the sense of having wings, but he was their leader and mission assigner, Stargazer. Melodia is another one I got. Melodia is a villain, and you know, she came out of the new wave. So again, the Monstar, I got this one on clearance. So this I paid practically nothing for, and this is before his transformation into this guy right here, who I also got on sale, which I'm super happy I found somebody that had him at a really good price. It's the VAC metal version after his transformation. So Monstar, you know, he got picked up just because they were both on clearance. I honestly do not have any more room in my area for Silverhawks, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I only left room for Stargazer, and because I got the other ones, I'll have to figure out what to do there. Next up, we're going to talk about a newer company, which is Sub Legends line. It's between the New Age, Magic Square, Iron Factory, and the Dr. Wu scale, and that's Galaxy Toys. I went ahead and picked up 3 of their Megatrons. You know, the problem with the Megatron mold, for anybody that's interested in these, is I like them. I think they look good, but they all have a problem on the forearms. I think the actual, either the machine creating the injection molding has a defect on it or has a damaged area, or the mold itself is damaged, because every one of the forearms has issues right here and here on them. On the white one, you can't see it. On the black one, it sticks out really, really bad. So, you know, just FYI, the purple one looks great. You can't see it either on the clear purple. But some of the versions of it, you know, obviously, depending on color, it's going to stick out worse than others. What they do a fantastic job on, though, and every one of them is just phenomenal, is Seekers. And I got 2 of their Seekers in colors that I don't have currently, and they're going to be part of my Shattered Glass. And, you know, I don't know why, but they just knock it out of the park with their Seekers. I've got a bunch of their Seekers. I got 15 out of their 17 primes or something like that, or 14 out of their 17, whatever crazy number it is. And the primes are pretty good. You know, some of them are a little looser than others, but most of them are just fine. The only problem I have with them is the quality on the Megatrons. Seekers, you want to buy their Seekers, I would highly suggest it. They are fantastic. Next up, my Dr. Woos came in, and oh my god, I love Dr. Woos. These are figures you can just sit on the couch and absolutely just fidget with, play with them, transform them, go back and forth. The battle damage Metroplex right here, which I got kind of the toy looking version, which had more of the gray. And then last but not least is Clampdown, another new age character, another repaint of the Sideswipe. And you know, I do like the Clampdown character. I think he's great. Everybody and their mother has done videos, transformation, and reviews on this guy on BOTCON from 01 Studios. He is a triple changer, goes into jet mode, aircraft carrier mode. The jet mode, I know everybody says it's an ugly, ugly jet, but it reminds me of a jet that would be flying with Skyfire in the G1 cartoon, just based on the look of the 2 of them. Maybe he's a companion. Maybe he was a guardian for the scientists as they went out from Cybertron. He is massive out of the box. He's perfect for your legend scale stuff, which is what I'm going to use him with. The next 2 figures are Fans Toys Headmasters. I've been, like I said, trying to get all the Headmasters out. So everybody, I got Lupus. So, you know, I went out, got that. Sorry, terrible joke. Dad joke, you know. That's what we do at this age. Got Lupus, and, you know, Weird Wolf, he's supposed to be one of my favorite characters. Not really. Goes the same for this guy from Fans Toys as well. You know, pink and green alligator or crocodile, whichever he is. I guess it's based on the nose. You know, never liked the color scheme, but again, got to finish off my Headmasters. Last 2, we're almost done. I went out, X-Transbots under Keith's Fantasy Club, KFC, not the meal. I went out and basically got Ape Link. He is pretty cool. Also a Headmaster. Trying to get all of those guys in place. Pretty happy. I think Snapdragon is coming out soon as a re-release, or I have him on pre-order, so he should be coming soon. And the very last thing I got, now that I got my X-Men shelf collected, is I went back and was able to get their Blackbird, which is basically transforms into Cyclops, Transformer looking Cyclops. And I love this. I love the fact that this will stay in box as well, because from what I understand, the figure's not the best. But at the end of the day, I love the artwork, I love the box, and I can't wait to display with my X-Men stuff. So that's it. That's it. It's been a crazy haul. Trust me, folks, my hauls are not going to be like this every month. There are some big hauls every now and then, but you know, this was crazy, and my wallet is screaming at me, along with my wife. So just know that don't expect videos like this month to be there every single month. It just seemed like everything was coming in. There was a BOTCON, there were massive sales. People were doing their Christmas in July stuff. I think there were Amazon days, if I remember correct. I don't know. But anyway, just remember that what you buy and what your hauls are, you know, be proud of them. Be proud of your collections. Be proud of your dioramas. And let's continue to grow the community. And let's continue to support one another in this adult collecting world that we now find ourselves in. Again, to T3PK. Please go check out the other channels on the networks. I have them all linked on the channel. They're friends of the channel. I have them tagged on the channel. Go check out their videos. We all bring something to the community. We all bring another flavor to the community. We bring our talents. We bring what we want to do with our channels. So they're not all the same. You're not going to get 7 different news channels and 5 different review channels. It's not like that. Go check them out. Go support my buddies. Go support all my friends. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully with my co-partner, the Big Easy, so he can show his stuff off from New Orleans. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
T3PK Network.
Oh, yeah. Transformers third-party kingdom. Every lane represented, get ACL got the grails. Every mission well-directed, basement in the attic, live diecast, bringing real talk. MD Seeker takes flight while American dads kick back.
The Icon files crack the lore. Let's talk puts moles in view. Cybertronian inquest keeps it honest. Scooby Prime finds deals for you. Yeah, 2727 brings the heat. Dizen Designs makes vision shine.
TNT, Neon Prime hits the room.
Oh,
It's TNT time.
T3PK Network. Every voice gets heard. Different shows, one family, spreading through the world. T3PK Network, where the culture comes alive. Transformers, third-party kingdom. Oh, together we rise. Together we rise. T3PK Network.
Every creator gets to shine.
Different personalities.
Moving with the purpose by design.